This ABC15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Right now, we are on wildfire watch, tracking the bullet fire north of Fountain Hills. Updates from forestry officials show the fire's size has now been reduced to just over 3,300 acres, and containment is now at 75%. The right lane of the southbound side of the 87 also back open today after a brief closure. The Phoenix Police Department laying out their vision for how to cut down on the number of violent crimes in Phoenix through a new crime reduction plan released yesterday. Part of the department's plan involves the use of CompStat, a program that helps police departments gather crime data in real time and respond to hotspots where violent crime occurs. Today, our Javier Soto sat down with Phoenix PD's interim chief, Michael Sullivan, to talk about how the department plans to address violent crimes by focusing on these crime hotspots and the most violent offenders.
If you're focused on the most active places where crime is saturated, many would argue those are typically low-income areas with residents that could be minorities. Are you concerned about what the perception looks like in doing that?
And that's why when we do it, we're expecting that the commanders who are closest to work with their community to put together that crime plan. And we're not just asking for saturation patrols in certain areas. We're asking for specific targeted plans that are problem oriented, that just don't solve a problem for a short period of time, but start to look at root causes and be able to work with other city agencies, be able to work with the community to truly solve problems.
Ahead at 5, more from Javier's one-on-one with Chief Sullivan and how Phoenix Police plans to roll out its new crime reduction plan. Popular Marina on Lake Powell also closed after flames destroyed more than half a dozen boats at the Wahweap Marina Friday. Fire investigators are now asking anyone with pictures or video to contact the National Park Service. If you drive in Arizona, you've likely had to dodge debris. Ladders, pool slides, furniture, they're all items we should never see on our freeways. But more often than not, we do. In fact, according to DPS, nearly 900 crashes were caused by flying debris from unsecured loads last year alone. Governor Katie Hobbs is declaring today Arizona Secure Your Load Day to bring awareness, especially with it officially being road trip season. So what do you do when you see debris out there on the road? Our Operation Safe Roads team asked ADOT and DPS this. They say, please call 911 to report it. Once a dispatcher answers, tell them you want to report road debris. They'll transfer you to Highway Patrol, where you can tell them where that item is. This is critical because those crashes can lead to death. More than 20 people have lost their lives to unsecured loads in the last decade. A big day for the city of Phoenix as it lays down its 100th mile of cool pavement near Lower Buckeye and Durango between 79th and 83rd Avenues. It's all part of a pilot program that started back in 2020 using a unique coating that helps reduce road surface temperatures in extreme heat. Most folks we talked to were in favor of the pavement. Some, though, still on the fence.
If it's going to cool it down 10, 15 degrees, I'd say it'd be probably a good thing. But a couple of degrees, I think this is a waste of the taxpayers' money.
Cool pavement not only reduces surface temperatures up to 12 degrees at the midday and afternoon hours, it also lengthens the maintenance of our streets. That's a big deal.
We've reported on some prior issues with cool pavement. It had to be removed in one neighborhood after it turned into a flaky mess following a rainstorm. City says no other locations have experienced that issue.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. Temperatures dropping after that sizzling 107 yesterday. We were still in the lower 100s today, but tomorrow we'll shave another few degrees off these highs, dropping into the mid-90s across the Phoenix metro area. We will pick up some breezes in the afternoon again. Wind gust at 25 miles per hour here. We'll start the day with light winds across the state, and then those breezes will kick in the early afternoon hours up north, and then in the later afternoon and early evening forecast here in the valley. Sustained 10 to 15, gust at 25 for us, lighter winds again late tomorrow night. All of that as low pressure approaches, helping to again pick up those winds and drop our temperatures. We've got another one early for the weekend and early next week. As this approaches, we are going to keep these temperatures below average, see some clouds come in. Overall, though, our forecast looking pretty dry as that passes through. In fact, dry in the valley for sure. Just a few more clouds by the end of the week. Highs in the mid to upper 90s for the most part. Just one quick pop up to 101 on Saturday.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.